Good morning, everybody. Welcome to yoga. This is a gentle yoga class. My name is Mitzi. If it's your first time here, all you need is your own body and a comfortable space. I have yoga mat. If you don't have a yoga mat and you just have a nice carpeted surface, that works too. The yoga mats just help with grip. Also, I put a chair over here to the side today. I'm not going to use it, but I wanted to have it there to remind you that you certainly can use a chair throughout any of the exercises, especially when we get to the balance exercises. If you're a little nervous about your balance today, feel free to just have a chair nearby where you could put your hand on it in case you find that you feel more comfortable with that. And then, of course, as you progress and you start to get stronger with your balance, pretty soon you won't need it anymore. All right, so also today, towards the end of class, you're going to need something to grip with. So I just have a hand towel that I'm going to use. But if you have a fancy yoga strap that came with your mat, certainly by all means pull that out. But if you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a hand towel. You can use an old tie, an old belt. Any of those things will work. So just something long enough that you can grip with. So you don't want a washcloth. So it should be as long as like a hand towel. All right. Also, I always like to tell people, remember to drink plenty of water, sip water throughout the class as needed, and always listen to how your body is feeling, how your muscles and your joints and your bones are feeling, and feel free to modify any of the postures today. Of course, you can even back out of some of them. Not always every posture is for every person. So if you find one that just not appropriate for you because of what you're dealing with today, feel free to back out of that and then just rejoin us as soon as we move on to the next one. All right, with that being said, I'm going to go start the music. We are going to start today in a lying position. So you can go ahead and get comfortable and sit down on the floor on your back, please. So we'll begin on the floor, slowly transitioning up in our warm-up to a standing position. Then we'll complete all of our standing postures and then finish back on the floor today. So we're going to start here with our knees bent, please, and our feet flat. Let your palms come down to the floor and rotate your palms up to the sky so that the palms are facing up and your fingers are curled in. Good, we'll begin with a nice deep breath here, inhaling through your nose and exhaling slowly out through your nose. Just take a moment to be quiet and calm and clear your mind. Sometimes that's tricky and easier said than done, but see if you can clear what's going on in your brain here for this next hour. And focus on each and every posture as we roll into it. And concentrating on our breath. So as we inhale through our nose, we want to feel the core of our body expand up and out. And as you exhale, see if you can feel the core of your body, your abs and your chest, that whole midsection of your body just kind of retracting back down, relaxing, feeling your lower back imprint into the mat underneath you. And when we breathe in through our nose, we try to breathe a little bit deeper, not just into the lungs, but deeper into the abdomen if we can. Try to relax your eyes and let your cheeks and your jaw soften. Let your fingers curl slightly in. And then maybe if it feels good, take the tip of your thumb and just rub down the pads of each of your fingers. And wiggle your toes. And then open your hands nice and wide. And then close them into two fists. Do that again. Open those hands nice and wide, stretching through your fingers, and close into two fists. Take your hands up to your abdomen now. Spread your fingers out nice and wide across the top of your abdomen. And as you inhale, see if you can feel your abdomen pressing up and out into your hands. And as you exhale, feel it release back down. The more relaxed you are, the more you'll naturally breathe deep. If you ever watch somebody when they're asleep, you'll see their abdomen rise and fall. So slowly starting to transition into our warm-up. What I'd like you to do is take your right leg and cross it over your left. Right leg over the left. Good, then take your right arm and cross it over your left like you're giving yourself a big hug. Good, now I want you to just drop your legs to the right, not all the way down, just slightly, and take your arms and shift them to the left and see if you can look to the right. So that's a lot of things going on. I'll review that in a moment. Bring your legs to center, and let's try it again. Same side. So the legs go to the right, your arms go to the left, and your head looks towards your legs to the right. Feeling that stretch to the left side of your back. Good, gently ease back up. We'll do one more gentle one like that. So legs shift to the right, arms to the left, head to the right. And then bring it gently back in. Release your legs and your arms. Take your left leg, cross it over your right this time. Left arm over the right, back into that hugging position. Shift your legs to the left this time. Arms to the right, head to the left. So your head and your legs go the same way, your arms go the opposite way. Good, back to center. And it doesn't move very far. It's just a small little stretch. Again, legs to the left, arms to the right, look to the left. Feel the stretch to the right side of your back. Back to center. We did 3 on the first side, so let's do one more here to finish out 3. Legs go to the left, arms shift to the right, look to the left. And then everything back into center. Great job. Open those arms out wide to the side. Wiggle your fingers. Reach them over your head. Inhale. Exhale. Swoop them up. Hold them above you. Turn your palms in. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another as if you are trying to pinch the mat underneath you. Then open up and press the center of your back firmly down into the mat. Again, retract the shoulder blades by squeezing them in like you're trying to hug the mat. Open them back up. One more time, last one. Squeeze in and open up. Hands come down now all the way to the floor, palms down. Walk those feet in a little bit if they're not already there, so they're underneath the knees. Bridging up, we inhale, lifting the hips to the sky, still looking up, straight up, not turning the head right or left. Slowly lower those glutes back down to tap to the ground. And then again on an inhale, pressing up. See if you can get a tiny bit higher. Activating our hamstrings and our glutes. And we lower it down nice and slow, articulating the spine, coming down 1 inch at a time. Last time, that's our third one. Let's go ahead and lift up, pressing the hips to the sky, keeping your big toes down and anchored to the floor, and slowly lower the legs all the way down. Great job. Bring those knees into the chest now. Wrap your arms around the bottom sides of the legs and just pedal your feet from side to side. And then take your toes together and circle it around the same direction. And circle the other way 3 times. And well done. Straighten those legs out and then bend those knees in. And let's repeat that. Straighten those legs out as much as you can. And bend those knees in. One last time, straighten them out and bend them in. Keep the right leg in, shoot your left leg out, but don't touch the floor, just extend. And then switch sides. Left knee, grab from underneath that knee. Activating our abdominal muscles now, switch sides. Right knee comes in, left leg extends. And switch, left knee comes in, right leg extends. One more time each way for our third repetition here. Right knee and left leg extends. And switch, left knee and right leg extends. Well done. Bring both knees in. We're going to roll like a ball. So I want you to lift your head up, look at your legs, give yourself a tug, roll up. And if you can't, do it twice more. If that bothers your back, just stay up for a minute. We'll be right there with you. One more time. And good job. Swing your legs around behind you now and ease up to your hands and knees, please. This is our quadruped position. We are on all 4s. Spread your fingers nice and wide like a starfish and line up your wrists right under those shoulders. Separate your knees so they are hip distance apart and again right underneath your hips. On an inhale, I want you to dip the back, arching that spine and look forward to revolve your heart open. And on an exhale, pull your abs up and in, drawing your chin into your chest and really opening those shoulder blades nice and wide. Again, nice, slow inhale, arching and looking forward. Really open up the chest. And then on an exhale, round the spine and really push up, pulling up from your abdomen. One more time, please. Nice deep inhale. Lengthen the spine. Looking forward, arching the back, tipping your tail up. And then exhale, tucking that tail under, drawing your chin into your chest and pushing those shoulder blades apart. Then come to neutral spine, and I want you to lift your left foot off the ground. Take that left foot, spin it outward, and look over your left shoulder at it. And then spin it inward and look over your right shoulder at it. Feel the stretch. That stretches out that QL, your quadratus laborum in the side of your back there. Let's do it again. Spin it outward, look at it over the left shoulder. Feel the right side of your torso stretch. And then spin it over that left leg, looking over your right shoulder. One more time. Spin it open to the left and over to the right. And set it down, switch sides. Right foot goes up, move it to the right, look over the right shoulder. Move it past your left leg, look over the left shoulder. And again, spin it open to the right, over the left. Last time, moving your tailbone slightly with it, and rotate. That's so good for your back right there. Bring it center, push your hips back and off your hands and wrists, and slide into a child's pose position, drawing your chin in and your forehead down. Take 3 deep breaths here, please, keeping those arms extended here, nice and long and active, pressing down through your palms, maybe even feel a stretch under your armpit there, down the side of your back. We're going to go into a slow yoga flow next. Please listen for all the options and pick the ones that feel best for you. Come forward and up, and let's come to a plank position. Now, if you cannot chaturanga, this is where you stay. Stay here until I'm back with you. If you can, slowly lower all the way down to the floor. Shift the hands back just a hair. Elbows stay tucked in. Elongate the spine. Lowering down, push up. Give yourself a push up. So see, now we're right back in plank. If you're there hanging out with me, now we press back to child's pose. Good, so that's our sequence. That's how we're going to start. Inhale, come forward to plank. Stay there if you need to. Exhale if you can, lowering down, abs in. Inhale, scoop up. Oh, feel that stretch through your abdomen. Lower it down, push up, press back to child's pose. Good, let's do it again. Inhale. For those of you that like to go a little harder version, rise up to your toes. Chaturanga down, tops of the feet flat. Lift up into up dog. Everyone press back in to child's pose. Good, let's do it one more time, please. Deep breath, inhale. Are those arms getting warm? Exhale, chaturanga, lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra, extend the chest. Good, everybody up to plank. Press back to child's pose. Good job. That's a great way to warm up your arms and your core. Let's come to all fours now, and if you can, tuck those toes under and lift your knees now, pressing your head between your arms for downward facing dog. From here, pedal your heels from side to side, feeling that stretch all the way down your calves towards your Achilles. Keeping the abdomen up and in here. Good, this is called walking the dog. Press both heels now down evenly. Bend your knees a little bit if you need to really press your chest between your arms. Good, then look forward towards your hands. Soften your knees and step up to your hands. And you may not get all the way up on your first try. If not, don't worry about it. Walk in 2 steps if you need to. Then drop that chin in, shake your head out, relax your shoulders. And then we'll go ahead and come up halfway. So extend the spine. Drop the shoulders down and create a flat back like the top of a table. Then we release the back and round back over. Bending our knees, we look forward and we slowly rise and reach up to the sky. arching here at the top if we can. Exhale, ooh, we close our arms down and roll those shoulders back. Good. Let's put those pieces together. Take a deep breath, please. Inhale, reaching high to the sky. Exhale, like a swan dive. Reach out and down. Nose comes in towards your knees. Inhale, we extend the spine. Now, by the way, if forward fold, being upside down doesn't feel good for you, you come down to a half position instead, okay? Then we'll inhale and reach back up to the sky, arching here at the top, and exhale. We're going to add a little low lunge to this, or high lunge. Deep breath, you get to pick. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Step your right foot back. Now, if it feels uncomfortable for you to be up, you can drop this knee all the way to the floor. And then, if you can, reach your hands to the sky. So here's my high lunge. If you chose to stay on the ground, you would do the same thing, but reach with your knee on the floor instead. Okay? So either way is fine. All right, so let's all forward fold where we are at. Step that right leg back in. Good. Inhale into half lift, extend the spine. Exhale, fold back over. Inhale, bend the knees and reach, arching here at the top if you can. Exhale, close those arms. Let's try the left side. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Left foot steps back as far as you can, knee up or down, your choice. Find a spot out in front of you, and if you can, reach your arms. Good. Squeeze that back glute, tucking that hip under. Forward fold back over your legs, and then everyone step that foot back up. Coming back into our fold, drop the chin. Inhale into half lift, arching up. Exhale, folding back over. Inhale, rising tall and reaching high. Exhale, close. We're going to do it one more time on each side. Inhale up, so that's 2 more of these salutations. Forward fold. Right foot steps back. I'm going to show the modified version this time, but if you can, keep your knee lifted, and then everyone rise up either from the upright position or from the kneeling position. Squeeze your back glute to open that hip flexor. Forward fold back over, curl the toes under if you're on your knees, step back up, drop the chin. Inhale into half lift, extend the spine, arching up, and folding back over. Inhale, reaching high to the sky, looking up if we can, arching here gently, and close the arms. Last time through. Deep, slow inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Left foot steps back. I'll show the high version this time. Knee up or down, your choice. Rising tall, tucking that tail under. Nice deep breath here. Exhale, fold over your front leg. Step it back up into a forward fold, chin in. Inhale into half lift, arching the back. Exhaling, closing back down. Inhaling, bending the knees, we rise. Arching, looking up, and we exhale it down. Good job. Roll those shoulders back. I'm going to stay facing this way so you can see better, but you can face front if that feels better for you. We're going to start by stepping our left foot back. So left foot goes back. We want the heel down and the toes angled out just slightly as if they were pointed at the 11 o'clock position, maybe 10 o'clock at the most. We'll bend our front knee and keep our hips, shoulders, and knees facing straight ahead. Inhale, we extend those arms up, interlace the fingers, and reach those hands towards the sky. Keeping our chin up, looking straight ahead, please. Firming your back thigh, we press that heel to the ground. Breathe in through your nose and out. This is our warrior one position. Get those legs as far apart as we can. The further apart they are, the more challenging the posture. So if it's too much for you, slide your feet closer together. Too easy, take your feet further apart. Find the sweet spot where you feel strengthening going on in your front leg, and you feel that stretch through your back leg. Good, let's release our arms out to the side now, and open the back foot sideways, turning your torso sideways as well. Look forward though over your front right hand and really press. Maybe some of you can get a little wider, inching your feet further apart in Warrior Two. This back hand now, I want you to drop it down, reach it forward, circle all the way around, and then freeze. Feeling your arms reach apart from one another. Tailbone tucked under, abdominal muscles lifted up, shoulders down and back. Let's circle again. Inhale. Exhale. Hold. Can you get any lower? Nice deep breath, focusing your gaze on your middle finger of your front hand. Last time, circle that shoulder around. Good. This time now, turn your right palm up and reverse warrior, reaching to the sky. Our legs stay bent and pressed down as we lift up and back through our right rib cage. Looking up if it feels good. If it doesn't feel good for you, look down or forward instead if you need to. Continue to take those deep breaths here and feel that space down the right side of your rib cage. Inhale, rise back up. Now straighten your front leg out and shift your hips. So see the difference from here to here. Reaching forward towards your right hand. Lower that right hand down to the leg wherever you can reach. And left hand revolves open towards the sky. Your hand can be here on your thigh, can be on your shin, could be on the floor. Maybe if you want to pull your chair in, you could put it on your chair. If you own a yoga block, you could also put that on the floor and hold that instead. Props are great. If you have them, feel free to use them, but you don't need them. This works too. I want you to feel space, though, through this left side of your torso and try to open up that torso and roll that left shoulder back. Nice deep breath here, inhaling through our nose and exhaling out. Good, now listen, come back up and bend this front knee. Hands stay where they're at. Slide this left foot in, lifting the heel slowly 1 inch at a time. See if you can pick that foot up. And if you want to use your chair, put your hand on your chair and come into our modified half moon pose with your hand on the frame or on the seat. If you don't have your chair, maybe you're just right here with that foot barely off the ground. Or some of you, I'm going to back up so I can show you this. Some of you might be able to put your hand on the floor and then lift the leg. And that's your standard half moon pose. Back foot is flexed, toes pointed forward. Open up to the left side of the torso. Look up if you can. If not, look down or forward. Lots of choices here. Please choose the one that is right for you. We're going to slowly lower that foot down, rise up if you're on the floor, and then step your feet further apart. So they are at least 2 shoulder distances apart, toes facing straight ahead. Please take a deep breath, reach those arms to the sky, pushing the hips slightly forward. We exhale and dive out over our legs to release our back. Let your chin fold in, shake your head out, relax those shoulders, and then just work on that hamstring stretch, drawing your chest towards your legs to the center opening of the legs. Nice deep breath here. And then please walk your head over towards your right leg, guiding your hands to the right leg. They can be on the leg itself or on the floor, wherever you can reach. And once again, taking a deep breath. That you should feel in the back of that right leg, but you may also feel that if you move your chest far enough to the right in your piriformis, right there in the outside of that leg and glute as well. And then when you're ready, see if you can release your right hand either from the leg or from the floor and reach it to the sky, and that gives us a spinal twist. Nice deep breath here. And then release it down. Walk it back to the middle. Bend both of your knees. Bring your hands up to your thighs, please. And then slowly roll yourself all the way up. Facing front, step your feet together. All the way together, knees touching if you can. Good. Standing tall, please take a deep breath in. Exhale, chair pose. Squeeze the knees together and bend, pushing back. Good. From side view, tail turned down, chest up. Getting as low as we can, however low that is for you. Maybe you can get a little deeper. Maybe you need to stay a little higher today. You choose. Nice slow breath here. Can you drop another inch? Feel those muscles of your thighs really working here. Then we rise up, take your feet hip distance apart, fold over your legs. Good. Chin drops in, reach your hands up to your lower back if you can, interlace them, and extend those arms in chest expansion. Slowly release the hands to the back, rise up halfway, hands come to the thighs, and once again roll up slowly. Great job. If you can, take your left foot, cross it over your right. If that makes you feel like you're going to fall over, just keep your feet side by side. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Grab that wrist with that left hand and press that arm up and out to your left, looking down if you can. Pressing into your right foot, really push your hips to the right as you reach to the left. Inhale up to center, lovely stretch for your iliotibial band out there on the outside of that leg. Uncross your feet, deep breath, inhale up. Exhale, forward fold out over your legs, bringing your nose towards your knees. Inhale, come up halfway, extend the spine. Exhale, fold back over to release. Inhale, reach and rise high to the sky, looking up. And exhale. Right leg steps back this time. I'm going to turn sideways again. So we find our warrior one position, hips facing straight ahead, shoulders as well. Bend that front knee as you reach your arms to the sky, interlacing the fingers at the top will press up. Again, really dig down into that right heel, firm that back thigh, squeeze your back glute, pressing it forward or towards your hip socket, and you might feel the stretch through that right hip as well. If you don't and you want deeper challenge, inch your feet further apart. A couple of deep breaths here. Great job. Release those arms to the side. Then rotate them and rotate that back foot. Inch the back foot further back if you can. Of course, if that's too much for you, pull it back in a little bit. Keeping the arms open. If you look from front hand to back hand, they should be lined up. One long continuous line. Good. Sink into this left leg. Get as low as you can. Then we'll take this back arm, drop it down. Breathe in. Exhale and hold. Holding the legs but not the breath, right? Continue to breathe. Again, dropping that arm down, nice big circle around, scoop it back and hold. Can you get any lower? Are your abs lifted and is your tail underneath you? One more time, drop that arm down and around and hold. This time, turn your left palm to the sky and reverse it. Reaching the left hand high, right hand comes down. Left shoulder relaxes, sinking down through your legs as you lift up through your left rib cage. Of course, if it feels better to look down or forward, you can. Inhale, rise up, and now straighten out this front leg. Shift your hips to the right, reach left, lower down into triangle. Trikonasana, opening up through this right side of your torso and chest, Really work on trying to keep your hips underneath you. Think about if you're against the wall, putting your shoulder blades, both of them, against the wall behind you. Excellent. Abs nice and tight here. Slowly slide yourself up. Bend this front knee, slide your back foot in. Starting position, just work on this with your heel lifted. And then if you can, lift your toes. If you want to move that chair in front of you to put your hand on the chair, please feel free to do so. For those of you that are feeling like you can try half moon today, drop your hand to the floor and then lift that back leg up. Flexing the ankle forward, looking up. Remember, I'm always going to show you options because we are all different, thank goodness, right? We all have different strengths, different weaknesses, and different abilities. So whatever ability you have, that's where I want you to go. Challenging yourself safely. I'm going to come up. If you're in half moon, you stay right there, but I just want to show that other option for those of you that need that visual. Then we'll all rise up, step that foot down to the floor, and then out to the side, turning your toes forward, please, nice and wide. Please breathe in, reaching out to the sky, shifting the hips slightly forward, then exhale, hips shift back, drop the head, shake your head out, shake your shoulders out. Very nice. Now stay here in the center, but crisscross your hands over onto your biceps and let your head, neck, and shoulders completely release. Feeling the weight pulling down and letting that stress and tension fall away. Good job. Release the hands down and now walk them over towards your left leg, wherever you can reach, bringing your nose towards that knee. And remember, maybe you're more upright. If that bothers your eyes or makes you dizzy to be upside down, you're going to be right here in more flat back position. Still getting that good hamstring stretch there, though. Good, then if you can, reach that left arm up to the sky now, revolving open here. Some of you may feel that in the outer part of your left leg as well. And release it down. Beautiful. Walk those hands up to your knees and up to the above the knees on the thighs. And then round into cat, but stay there a moment, drawing your shoulders forward. Flex forward into cow, looking forward. And then we'll finish that and roll all the way up. Head comes last. Beautiful. Roll those shoulders back and please step your feet together. So we'll finish that second set of chair here. Feet and knees together, chest up tall, shoulders back, standing tall. We breathe in through the nose and reach to the sky. And then we squeeze and press back into chair pose. Abdominal muscles lifted. Feel your spine long. Tailed slightly down. Knees squeezing together if you can. Good, and then of course if you feel like you can go a little deeper, try for another inch. Focus on one spot, getting as low as you can. Inhale, reach up, back to the sky, arching, separate your feet, hip distance, forward fold over your legs. Draw your hands up to your lower back, interlacing those fingers if possible, and really pull now and extend those arms, stretching through your shoulders and through your chest. Try to pull evenly. As you fold forward, you should also feel, of course, the backs of your legs. Releasing the hands back to the lower back. Come up halfway. Extend the spine like a ski jumper getting ready. And then inhale and rise back up. Arching here at the top. closing those arms. Good. This time, let's cross our right foot over the top of our left. If you can, if that makes you feel unbalanced, keep the feet side by side. Left arm this time goes up to the sky. Grab it with that right wrist and pull over to the right as you push your hips to the left, which gives us this lovely stretch all the way from the oblique and lat. Here's your lat, your oblique, and then down that IT band on the side of the leg. And then come right back up to neutral spine, releasing the arms down and uncrossing the feet. Great job, everybody. Shake those legs out. Our next sequence, we're going to transition down to the floor. I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see, but you can stay front. Inhale those arms up to the sky. We're going to fold forward over our legs, and then bringing our hands to the floor, we're going to step back to a plank. Now, some of you might be here on your toes. Some of you might want to drop to your knees. Do what you can. We're going to begin, though, by bringing our left knee in. So see if you can draw it in towards your elbow and push it back. See, it looks the same when you're on your knee. You're drawing it in and pressing it back. 2 more times. Draw it in nice and tight. Feel your abs engage. Press it back. Now this time, hold it back for a moment, and I'm going to listen please listen as I explain. We're going to draw that leg forward to pigeon, so you might have to lift up that right knee to get it through. Set that knee down with the foot facing inward towards your right thigh. Then drop the right knee to the floor and walk those hands back so you're sitting tall. Now, there are some of us that we just can't get into this position. Our knee doesn't like it. So if you're one of those people, all you're going to do is sit down on the hip and bring that back leg forward. So it looks like this. Down on the hip, back knee forward, and then you press out over your front knee. So it's called pigeon pose. It's a wonderful stretch for the muscles here on the outside of your leg, your hip extensors. For those of you that are prone to sciatica problems, this can help prevent those kinds of things from happening. And it helps, also if you have it, it can help to alleviate it. Good. Chest nice and long. Look forward. Really sit down. Breathe in and breathe out. Great job. Come back in. If you're on your hip, roll back over, tuck the back toe under, and slide that left foot back. Good. From here, either on your knees or on your toes, Chaturanga lower. Take your right hand in front of your face and let your head rest on it. Then see if you can bend this back leg and reach back for it. Now, if you have your towel handy and you can't reach for it, you can loop it around, or you can just reach like this if you can't grab it. But if you can, hold on and feel that quadricep stretch in that left thigh. Everyone, please release that foot and let that foot rest on the ground. Slide both of your hands back so your palms face upward. Then reach your fingers towards your legs and lift your chest and spine extension. Lower down, bring your right ear to the floor. Deep breath, inhale, square the head up, lift up. Lower down, left ear towards the floor, stretching through the side of the neck. Once more each way, deep breath, inhale, lift the chest. Lower down, right ear towards the floor. Last time, deep breath, inhale, lifting. Lower the left ear towards the floor. Inhale, lift up, center the head, hands come underneath you, push up, press back to child's pose. Draw your tail back towards your heels and stretch. And then come back up to neutral. Back to our plank position on the knees or on the toes. This time, we'll draw our right knee in towards our right elbow and press out. I'll show the option on the toe this time. Pull it in, press it out. Feel those abs tighten up. One more time, pull it in, Now hold it back for a moment. If you're on your knee, you'll probably have to pick that knee up. Sweep it forward. Now bring the foot inward and set that back knee down. Walk your hands back. We're doing the upright version today and really sinking squarely down through our hips. For those of you with any knee contraindications, you can drop that hip down and bring that back leg forward instead. Much more gentle on that knee. So if you've ever had a meniscus tear that's in there and it bothers you or anything like that, any kind of damage in the knee, maybe that's where you want to go instead. I've had all kinds of knee issues, and thankfully I can still do this one, but not everybody can. If it's not comfortable for you and you feel pain, I need you to modify it, okay? Do not try to push through pain. Well done. So let's tuck that back foot under now. Lift the knee so that you can slide this right leg back, and then either from the knees or from the toes, chaturanga lower down. Extend your left arm now in front of your face and bend the right. And if you can grab that foot, please do. If not, just keep it bent and pulling in. And then really pull that heel in if you have a hold of your foot, pressing your right hip flexor into the mat, feeling that stretch through the right quadricep. Good, release that foot. Now instead of doing our spine extensions, we're actually going to come up to our elbows here. So you're on your elbow, so you're in a spine extension, right? This is called Sphinx pose, but we're going to take this into dolphin. So from here, I want you to tuck those toes under and see if you can lift those knees and press your hips to the sky, dropping the head between your arms. So you're dropping it back towards the back sides of your elbows. Now, if this is too much for you, drop your knees, tip your tail up. That's called puppy dog, lifting your tail to the sky. So you're not sitting back like you would in child's pose. You're pulling up. And again, if you're a dolphin, you'll kind of like that dorsal fin of the dolphin, right? Just lift it up through your tail. Great job opening up through your back here, feeling those shoulders strong. Good, then let's all drop our knees now, tops the feet flat, and walk back to child's pose one last time. Let your elbows drop to the floor this time and just let your body melt. When you're done with our prone work, we're going to come to a seated position next. So slowly lift your head and bring yourself around to a seated position with your legs out in front of you. I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see better. Chest up nice and tall. We're going to go into boat pose next. Boat pose, we're going to bend those knees, placing the feet flat and the knees together. I want you to start with your hands at your hamstrings, please, and really exaggerate by lifting the chest up and straightening out that spine as much as you can. Then we'll go ahead and extend those arms and lean back until you feel those abs engage. Maybe you can lift your heels up off the ground. Try it, see how it feels. And then maybe you can lift your feet up off as well. Maybe yes, maybe no. Either way, though, we want that back nice and straight. So if you lose that form, go back to the previous option. If you'd like to go to the next step, take those hands, release them from the legs, turn those palms to the sky. Chest still lifted, breathe. The last option today I'm going to give you is to extend your legs, straightening them out. Much more challenging. Watch your back alignment if you do so. One more breath, please. Really keep those abs nice and tight. We did some planks today and boat's pose, so we worked those abs. Let's set those feet down on the floor now. Point those toes, straighten those legs out, and just fold over your legs. Releasing your hamstrings and your back. If you feel the tension dissipate, feel free to inch yourself down a little further until you find it again. And then slowly roll yourself up. Let's stretch the back out. Take your right foot, cross it over the top of your left, please. Right hand comes straight behind you, and I want you to push that chest up and really sit up tall. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Draw that hand or elbow to the outside of that right leg, and then gently rotate the spine. Rotate and look back past your right shoulder. still breathing. Nice slow deep breaths here. Unwind back to the front, reach your arm back to the sky and set it down. Release that leg, cross the left leg over the right. Bring your right hand behind you and really sit tall. That's really important when we twist. Inhale the right arm up, draw your hand or your elbow to the outside of that right thigh, and then pulling up from your abdomen and your rib cage, rotate to look back. Unwind back to the front, reaching the arm up and releasing it down. Uncross the legs and draw the bottoms of your feet together, please. Slide them in as close to you as you can with your knees open wide to the side. Grabbing at your ankles or wherever you can reach that you're not pulling on. Gently push down through your elbows, opening those legs to the side. And lengthen the torso forward into butterfly or bound angle pose. Nice deep breaths here. Inhale through your nose and slowly exhale out. Feeling the inner thigh stretch here. And then we'll ease up out of that. And then if it feels good, just cross your ankles in front. Find your sits bones sitting up nice and tall. So you need to do a little lateral stretch here. We're going to take our right hand to the floor, please. Take your left hand and reach it up and over. Bend your right elbow as much as you need to get yourself deeper into that stretch. And then if you can, tip your head and look up to the sky or up to that top arm. And then reach it back up to neutral, reset your spine, relax your shoulders. Take the left hand down, right arm reaches up to the sky, and then reach up and over, softening that left elbow. Good, keeping those knees open. See if you can tip your head and look up. And just breathe, trying to relax your face, soften your eyes. Inhale, reaching back up to the sky, nice straight spine. Release the arm down, shake those shoulders out. Beautiful. We're going to roll it down now. So if you have that hand towel, strap, or tie available, please grab it for me before you roll down. And then when you're ready, join me rolling down nice and slow. So you're on your back where we started class. So we're back to this position, right? So we're going to take and bend our right knee in and take your towel or your strap and put it over the bottom of that foot right in the center. Grabbing the ends of that towel or strap, extend your legs, straighten it out, and feel that lovely hamstring stretch right there on the back of that leg. Now, if you need a deeper stretch, you're welcome to extend your left leg straight out beneath you or pull that leg in a little closer if you're able. I'm going to take the ends of the towel or the strap and put them only in your right hand, please. Only in your right hand. Let your left hand relax. Let that grip and those fingers relax, particularly if you have arthritis, right? Let those fingers relax. And then see if you can open this right leg out to the side, however far you can go without popping this left glute up off the floor. Keeping the chest open, left shoulder should be down as well. Good, then slowly walk that leg back up. Keep pulling it in, find your hamstring stretch, but now let it drift slightly past your face to the left. Ooh, feel Mr. Piriformis or Miss Piriformis out there, right? That's that muscle right underneath your glute, and you'll feel it down the outside of the glute, down the side of the leg. So if you're really pulling that leg in and bringing that foot across your face, you should find that. Good, then we're going to bend this knee, relax your hand, shake your fingers out, set that foot or ankle down onto your left thigh, and then when you're ready, pull that left knee into the chest, reach underneath that leg, grab the back of that leg to stretch that outer thigh out. Slow your breathing down. Relax. Feel free to close your eyes if it feels good. And then we're just going to repeat that on the other side. So please take both of your feet down. Let's actually straighten those legs out for a moment. Shake those knees out, relaxing those hips before we do the other side. Maybe rub your hands together, stretch your palms out, relax your fingers. And then when you're ready, grab your towel or your strap. It does help your hands if you have a longer towel and you can wrap the towel around your hand ones. That way you don't have to hold so tightly with your fingers. So if you've got a tie or a strap, you might have a little more length there to do so. So we'll bend that left knee, extend. So see if you wrap the towel once or twice. Mine's not long enough to do that, but if yours is longer, feel free so you don't have to hold this tight with your fingers. All right, so right knee is bent for option 1. For those of you that want a deeper version, straighten that leg out. This is a lovely way to stretch out those hamstrings, isn't it? Take the towel ends or the strap ends in your left hand only, let your right hand be soft to the side. And then when and if you're ready, start to open that leg to the left. However far you can go gently and slowly, but make sure you don't pop that right glute or right shoulder blade off the floor. If you did, you went too far. Pull yourself back a little bit. You want to feel this in your left inner thigh. Slowly ease that leg up. Pause in the middle where you started for just a moment. Readjust so you feel the hamstring stretch first. Then keeping that same distance in, now just slightly drop it to the right. Oh, that's such a good stretch for that piriformis. It gets really tight out there for most people. Stretching these muscles out really help our hips, our knees, and our back. It's all chain reaction. All right, release, relax your hand, let that foot cross over onto the right thigh, and then when and if you're ready, pull that right knee into your chest to finish the sequence out. Again, slow that breath down. Well done. Let's take both of our feet flat to the floor again. Shimmy your hands a little bit, stretch them out if you need to. Shake those fingers out, and then press your palms flat to the floor. I'm going to give those hips a little stretch here by lifting up into bridge pose, like we did at the warm-up, remember? We're just going to hold it though. So hips lifted up, big toes down, feet nice and flat. Can you give me one more breath here? Not holding it too long. We don't want to build too much fatigue here. We just want to open those hips. And then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, articulate through your back. One at a time. Very nice. Arms go out to the side. From here, lower your legs to the right side. Tip your head, look to the left. This is option 1. It's a great option for stretching out your side of your torso here and your back. Bring those legs to center, head rocks up to the center. Shift those legs to the left as you look to the right. We're going to do this one more time on each side, but I'm going to give you the option to go a little deeper if you need it. So come back to center. If that was deep enough for you, you're just going to do the same thing back to the right side. If you need more of a challenge, bring your legs to tabletop and then drop your legs to the right. And you can even gently press against the outside of that left thigh, pushing it down towards your right as you look to the left. And of course, that deepens that stretch. We all shift those legs back one at a time, either with our feet down on the floor or up in option 2. And then everyone shift your legs over to your left side this time, looking off to the right, making sure you keep right shoulder blade in contact with the floor. Good. If you have your hand on your leg, remove it. And then everybody walk the feet around and down back to the floor, please. Lift your hips for a moment and then recenter yourself so that your back feels straight. Slide your hands up to your abdomen. Remember how we started class? Please close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Inhale here through your nose. And slowly let it go. Good. And then I want you to wiggle your toes. Pick them up and down off the floor. Continue your breath. And then wiggle your fingers on your abdomen like you're playing the piano. Good, and then relax your fingers, open and close the hands. And then let them rest. And then slide your right leg out, only the right leg. Feel that hip relax. Wiggle your toes. And then slide your left leg out. Feel that hip release and wiggle your toes. And then see if you can let your knees, shake your hips out, let your knees open to the side. So shimmy those hips a little bit from side to side. Get rid of that tension. Let it go. Letting your glutes relax. Letting your calves relax. Good. Then from the shoulder, open up that right hand, rolling open to the side. Shake your fingers out. And then open up the left hand and shake the fingers out. Open and close both hands. Shimmy your shoulders and maybe slide your hands in a little closer if they feel too far apart. And find the most natural, comfortable place for your arms to rest. Close your eyes if they're not already. And try to let your eyes melt and soften. So you feel where your eyelashes just barely touch your face. And you've relaxed your eyes so much that the skin is thinner. And maybe you see a little more light filtering in through your eyelid. So it feels bright. And let that brightness soften your eyes themselves, letting the eyes fall back towards the back of your skull, creating more space between your eye and the eyelid itself. Feel your forehead smooth back into your scalp. Let your ears relax. Sounds like a weird thing to say, doesn't it? But soften your ears. Think about it. And when you do that, you'll feel a chain reaction with your jaw, letting your jaw relax. And when your jaw relaxes, it drops. And when your jaw drops, your lips may separate slightly. Let the tip of your tongue rest against the roof of your mouth, relaxing the back of your tongue down. And then find that breath like a wind tunnel flowing down the back of your throat towards your abdomen. Keeping your mind clear and quiet, doing your best to keep it in rested position. If any thoughts enter your brain, just let them pass through and remind yourself to bring your attention back to your breath. See if you can find a sense of peace. As you breathe in, think about what you just did for yourself. An hour of something so healthy for your mind, for your body, your heart, and for your soul. And then when you're ready, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Taking your time, slide your left foot in, and then your right. Open and close your hands. And then bring your your left hand over to your right hand and roll over to your right shoulder. Feel free to slide your right arm under your head to rest your head on. Slowly open your eyes when you're ready. Take a breath. And then when you're ready, gently push yourself up to a seated position, bringing your legs around in front of you into Sukhasana, or a seated easy pose. Hands to your thighs once you're there, and I just want you to roll your shoulders out a few times. Drop your chin, shake your head out right and left. Lift the head gently to center. Draw your left ear to the shoulder. And switch right ear to the shoulder. Head comes straight to center. Take a deep breath. Reach your arms to the sky, looking up. Soften your eyes as you exhale. Draw your chin down. Look towards the center of your legs. And then one more time, deep breath. Inhale, those arms reach high. Press your palms together. And then slowly exhale, closing your hands to your heart. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Please let me know if you have any questions at all. I hope you enjoyed class today, and I hope I see you the rest of the week. We have classes all week long, but I will be back on Friday for cardio strength interval. Thank you all. Have a nice day.